It's Tuesday on the Morning Coffee Fam. What's up, Jay Farley? What's up, Mike? What's up, Chris? Coffee cheers to you guys from Los Angeles, California. This is the Morning Coffee Fam. Coffee cheers to start the day on the right foot. It's a beautiful day to be alive. How's everybody doing? What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Mike? What's up, Chris? What's up, Jonah? What's up, other Mike? We got a couple mics. What's happening? Jay Farley, I want to talk to you today for a brief moment. I want to know how your day went yesterday and your campaigns. You know, if you guys don't know, yesterday, Morning Coffee family member Jay Farley posted that he made his first $1,000 a day profit. I want to see how it ended up. And to everyone else, what's happening? Up early today. Good. Yeah, you got to get up early, man, if you want to catch these. I do them around 7:30 or 8 usually. Today I got up at 5:15, which is a little early for me. But hey, he may not want to talk about it. It's the funny thing about affiliate marketing is people are doing things but they don't want to really talk about it because they don't want anyone to kind of infringe on their domains. So sometimes it's hard to get intel or information or even a story until a long time later. Man, I woke up this morning and it's cold here, and I hate to complain about the cold in California when I know that my friends and family are in sub-0 degree weather right now in Oklahoma and Texas. And yesterday I talked to my friends in Texas. I talked to 3 people in Texas. 2 are musicians and they were both okay, still had power, doing all right. One has chickens in his backyard. He said, we've got eggs, we've got water, we've got food, we're set. The other friend was out cleaning the streets. I guess that's part of what he's doing now. See comment above. And then another friend of mine sent me a picture. She's in Florida right now dealing with a family crisis. Yeah, I don't see an earlier comment, Jay Farley. And so she ended up being stuck in Florida due to a family emergency and crisis, and you know, the silver lining is that she was sitting on a retirement resort where they have a beautiful pool, golf course, you know, bars, restaurants, clubhouse, all that. So she was having drinks by the pool yesterday in the sun while her home was covered in snow. So to all my Texas and Oklahoma friends, good luck, my goodness. One of my best friends sent me a text yesterday and said, it was 5:30 my time, so it'd be 7:30 his time. And I was upstairs mixing some music, working on a song. And he said, his text just said, I'm in bed under the covers drinking a glass of wine. 7:30 p.m. And you know, when it gets cold like that, you just have to do what you can do. So last night I was working on some music and I took a very small piece of a mushroom, magic mushroom, I guess you could say. And then I forgot that I had it, that I had taken it. And all of a sudden, as I was recording some little mistakes, fixing some mistakes, adding some guitars, adding some strings to this thing I'm working on, which is basically a love song set in space, where the two people are traveling through black holes and stars in the universe to get back to the place that when they were in love. It's pretty cool. It's like a Star Wars love song. But I was doing really good and everything was sounding really good, and I turned everything all the way down and just remixed it for some reason. And then it hit me, like all of a sudden I had this weird feeling and everything sounded great and everything was just making sense, and I thought, oh yeah, I took just a tiny piece of a mushroom stem maybe an hour ago, and it's working its magic on me right now. From what I could tell, it definitely helped. It helped me hear in more of a 3D way, listening for all of the instruments, like the mix pre-mushroom and the mix after mushroom it's night and day. I felt like mushrooms, it just does this thing. If you take too much, you trip, right? You go crazy. But if you take just enough, it just kind of enhances your brain to like superhero mode, to where you can understand things better, your brain thinks better, your head's clearer, my head gets clearer. That's how it works for me. Now, if you want to go nuts, you can take several grams of these things and you'll see Jim Morrison and the devil and whoever you want to see. But just a little bit, I believe, just makes you smarter. Definitely a better music producer, definitely a better writer, definitely a nicer person, definitely a calmer person. And it's something I'm going to try again. I usually work on edibles and I stop if they get too intense. I'll just stop mixing the music. But with the mushrooms, it didn't get to that. It just stayed level, and I just had it. And then I stopped, and I listened to it this morning and was like, wow, I might have a new business model here. Step 1, write song. Step 2, take mushrooms. Step 3, record and produce song. Let's see what you guys are up to. That's what I've been doing. What's up, Heather? What's up, Peacho? What's up, Jay Smooth? What's up, Peach Tabar Tomaj? Sorry, man. I'm going to call you Pie. Peach, I don't know how to say it. Your name's stranger than mine, and that's hard to do. It says, finally, I'm in. Coffee cheers from Krakow, Poland. All right, man. No wonder your name is strange to me anyway. Cheers to Poland, my brother. I have a hard time with my name, and your name is probably a little harder to pronounce than mine. So it's Tuesday. We're just trying to start the day off right on here on Morning Coffee Fam. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and man, if you're experiencing this winter freeze, whew, my God. Also, anybody been paying attention to Bitcoin? Let me just say this real quick. I'm no genius. I must be the luckiest guy in the world or something, because a few weeks ago I talked to you guys about it. I bought Bitcoin in 2013 or 14, and it would be worth a mint at this point, but I lost the Bitcoins to MTGOX bankruptcy. The proceedings are still going on, and we may get some of them back, but I try to not even think about it because the number is astronomical. And about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, on Morning Coffee Fam, I told you guys I haven't really had a feeling to buy Bitcoin since then. I just wanted to stay out of it. But then I had a feeling it was about time, and I bought some Bitcoin. Not a huge investment, but I went in. The price has gone up $16,000 a coin since I bought. The investment that I made is up, what would that be? Around 40%. So again, maybe I'm lucky, maybe I'm an accidental Bitcoin genius, and maybe the price crashes in the next couple of days. Who knows? But right now I feel pretty good about it. I'm going to continue buying Bitcoin now because it definitely seems that with the $1.5 billion investment from Tesla, I believe it was Tesla that invested. It was Elon Musk through Tesla. But it kind of seems like the water has broken. The dam has broken. That's the word I was looking for. And Bitcoin will possibly be adopted by many, many, many financial institutions now. Now that they've gone in this heavy. And listen to this. This is how genius Elon Musk is. Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And then they announced it. When they announced it, just their announcement caused the price to skyrocket. And I believe they said in the within a week, their Bitcoin investment made $300 million, simply because they bought the Bitcoin, and then when they announced it after buying it, the price skyrocketed because now Bitcoin seems real. So everyone starts buying. So by them investing the $1.5 billion and then announcing it, they immediately made $300 million. And this is why Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. It's like he has a cheat code. He has the most interesting mind in humanity right now, I feel like. I just finished, after many days of watching, I just finished the Joe Rogan, most recent Joe Rogan podcast with Elon. And it's just fascinating to listen to him think and talk. Man, if you want to kind of change your frequency, I'm begging you, turn off the news and the pointless drivel. Unfollow everybody who's talking about bullshit. And start paying attention to these people who are very rare. And they're people that, like, I believe in the future they're going to look back at Elon Musk the way we look at Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla or one of these people. And we're getting to watch it in real time. And the more attention you pay to that stuff, the brighter the future seems. Because I'm an idiot. I don't know anything about climate change. But what I know is on the news, you basically have people in two camps. It doesn't exist, and we're all going to die from climate change. The way Elon talked about it, he said it is a real problem, it is a terrible problem, and it will end our society. But we're going to be fine. He said because we will have to adapt. Like, we're going to have to adapt. And part of his mission in life is to accelerate the use of renewable energies. That's what that's what Tesla is about. Their mission statement is not to sell cars, to build the best car. It is to accelerate the adoption of renewable energies. And the way he talks about climate change is interesting. It's probably the most middle-of-the-road opinion that you can have. Yes, it's real. Yes, it's horrific. Yes, it will end our society if we don't get off of fossil fuels and fix climate change. But we're going to be fine. We're not going to be dead in 20 years from whatever. We're not going to be hysterical. Mankind will fix this. And he started talking about how it's already happening. Like, there's nothing to worry about. And when you hear the smartest, probably at least the most interesting mind in human civilization right now say that, it kind of makes a light bulb go off in your head, and you go, oh, that makes way more sense than what they're saying on the news. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. Or it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You kind of need that person to stand in the middle and go, hey, you guys are all insane. Like, yeah, it's a bad problem, but we're going to fix it. We have to. And he said that playing with climate change and fossil fuels is the most dangerous game we have ever played as a society. But that will be okay. We will fix it. And again, I don't know. I'm just a rock and roll singer and guitar player who's kind of wandering through life doing the best he can. See what you guys are doing. Brando says Bitcoin just hit 50,000. Yeah. Up 16,000 from when I bought it. Joe, what's up, dude? Can you recommend rare people to follow? That's funny. That's something that I've been looking for a while. I started following like little blogs that no one knows about. It started with this guy, a fitness blog, and I believe the address is criticalmass.com, but it's criticalmas.org or something like that. I forget. But it's just this little known, no one reads it. You can see in my RSS feed how many people read it, and it's almost no one. But he has interesting thoughts. And I kind of set out for a while to find these small blogs that no one's paying attention to. Because look, everyone's paying attention to Tim Ferriss. Everyone's listening to Joe Rogan. Everyone reads James Altucher or whatever. Everybody's watching Gary Vee. But what's the quote? If you read all the books they read and if you watch all the films they watch, you'll be just like them. You know, so I kind of tried. That's a bad version of that quote. If you watch what they watch, if you do what they do, if you listen to what they listen to, you'll just be another them. So I have been consciously trying to find alternative voices to listen to. Elon Musk is the opposite of that. He's probably has the most attention out of any human other than Trump right now. And that's because Trump is probably the most famous human that ever lived at this point. But Elon's right there, and Trump's fading. But yeah, I don't have anybody to recommend right off the top of my head other than that Critical Mass. And to be honest, I haven't read his blog in a little while. I have a few in my RSS feed reader that I can share. But like with even just affiliate marketing, there are the voices that everyone knows, but what I like to do is try to find somebody who has 17 followers and they're talking about the subject and they have an interesting point of view, and that's the way to do it. One other thought on that just popped in my head, Joe, was I forget who said it, but they said if you want to improve your life instantly on social media, unfollow everyone with a blue check mark after their name. Just unfollow all of them. Because most of them are brands or personal brands or influencers, and you're not, the people with those huge followings that are verified, you're not always getting a real representation of their life. And there's a fantastic documentary that's an easy watch. I believe it's on, I can't remember what it was on, HBO maybe, but it's called Fake Famous. I think Faking Fame, something like that. I watched it and it shows how fake those quote-unquote influencers are. Everything from pretending to be on worldwide trips and they're really in their backyard, just framing the photos. They also showed how you can for $45 an hour rent a fake private jet to sit inside of and take pictures for your Instagram. And they said that it's booked for 6 months in advance. You have to book it, and it's so booked. And they hold up a martini and they look out the window and someone's taking pictures. It's all fake. Does that mean everyone with a blue check mark is bad? No. But it's an interesting thought. You want to clean up your social media? Unfollow anybody with a blue check mark and just focus on, regular people, friends, interesting people you find. I actually really enjoyed the internet more back when you had to have a blog to share your opinion. I think what destroyed the internet right now was the democratizing of being able to share your thoughts. Because what happened? The internet turned into a hellscape of news and fighting and politics and race wars and threats and destroyed relationships. And as it turns out, this makes total sense in hindsight, but giving everyone in the world the immediate ability to instantly share everything on their mind and basically allow them to scream at their television with their phone, it was a bad idea. Like anybody, if you were to propose this now, I think I'd like to develop an app that allows the entire world from A to Z, IQ 0 to 200, to share whatever they're thinking all at once, all the time. People will go, that's a terrible idea. It's going to end badly, and it has. as with most things, the more people that come to the party just destroy the party. Let's see what you guys are up to. What's up, Mr. D. Murray? What's up, Dirk? Trolling is getting pretty bad too. Yeah. I remember when I first got on the internet, it was a Yahoo chat room. This would have been back in like 1998. I didn't know what it was. I was drunk. A friend of mine had a computer with the internet. I didn't even know what it was. I said, what is the internet? He goes, well, I'm on it right now, and it was a chat room. And I thought that's what the internet was a chat room. And I was pretty drunk, and I said, can I get in there and talk? And yeah. And what I did was I immediately went in a room, told everyone to F off, told everyone to, go to hell, and started arguing with people and fighting, oh yeah, you think that, oh yeah, I did this for 2 hours and had the most fun of my life. I thought that was the internet. And then over the years, I got back online and I did basically the same thing, Yahoo chat rooms, arguing with people, fighting over different things, different opinions. And then I finally got smart. When my mom got the internet, I remember I was at her house and I got online and I thought, this is an incredible thing. I can learn anything I want to learn. I can educate myself on any subject I want to educate myself on. And I have a feeling there's a way I can make money with this thing. That was my thought as a 25-year-old. And that's the way that I've used the internet. Most people, the general public, I would say, are using the internet like I did in the very beginning. They log on. Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are the new Yahoo chat rooms, and they just fight with people all day. And that is the biggest waste of technology and this dream that we're living inside of, where you have access to all of the information in the world. You can teach yourself anything you want to teach. You can make money. You can start a business. People are selling everything, doing everything from selling cookbooks on Etsy to making billions of dollars on Bitcoin to making thousands of dollars a week on affiliate marketing. And what are you doing? Fighting with people, arguing, screaming, and just letting your lizard brain run crazy. That's the general public. So maybe we should try to use the internet for what it is. The most amazing technological resource in our history of this civilization that we're currently in. And not use it as a way to fight with our fellow humans. That's the deep thought of the day. Let's see what you guys are doing. What's up, Rhonda? Dial-up internet was the shit back then. Oh yeah, that dial-up sound, man. We had my mom had dial-up like 10 years after you weren't supposed to have dial-up anymore. But when you live in a small town in Oklahoma, they didn't even get DSL for a decade after like Tulsa, Oklahoma got DSL and Wi-Fi internet. From what you have said before, you would probably be dead without the internet. Jay Farley, you nailed it. The internet for me has been a saving grace because I use it properly. I saw it as a way to enhance. Well, number one, it was the first thing that I was ever obsessed with, other than music and alcohol. And those are the only two things that I was obsessed with in life. That's all I did. It's all I could do. Drink, make music. Then I got on the computer and it just came to me, man. It was very natural. Actually, my younger brother Zach was making websites. I was 25, so he was 15. And one day I came over and he had a website made. He showed it to me. I said, how'd you do that? He said, I learned this thing called tables, HTML and tables. And he showed me how to do it. And I learned real fast and quickly just shot past him as far as skill. And I got a job. I was older. And that was the beginning. I was a tech support guy for about a year. and a half. Then I became a web designer. Then I got a job at a real agency, and then I became a creative director, and then I got into the marketing world and all that, and then I quit and went out on my own. And previous to that, my jobs were, I worked at a Montessori school. I lucked out when I was 12 and got a gig doing that, basically to keep me out of trouble, but made little money. Family friend owned the Montessori school. But I did that, and then it was a dishwasher at the Trails Inn Motel in Ada, Oklahoma. Horrific, just terrible job. Then I worked in Dallas at pizza places and Subway. Then I moved back to Oklahoma, and I was working in gas stations. I worked at Love's Country Store. I had a job stocking shelves at Bed Bath or Bath and Body Works once. But I was pretty much a guy who, like Henry Rollins talks about, he says, I was planning my life to be a minimum wage earner. And I was pretty much okay with just drinking, playing music, and making a little minimum wage money. That was the life I wanted, with an early death being the key, because if you do that for too long, if you just get hammered all the time, and you live past 30 and it continues on, it goes from being like interesting and sexy, a young guy, full of piss and vinegar, drinking out of control, pressing the boundaries and doing all that. It's almost romantic when you're younger. But when you get past a certain age, it just becomes sad. And then the physical problems start to add up, because now you've been boozing and drinking and doing drugs and running the streets for, it's not just a 10-year game. You've been going 40 years, 50 years. And that's when your vision starts to go. I've seen this happen, and, I saw it happen to my dad. Your vision goes, your hands shake, your hearing goes, your liver goes. Everything starts to fall apart, and, your financial situation falls apart because you're too messed up to keep a steady job. So maybe you end up on government money, and then you can't afford proper health care, and it all just falls apart. But yeah, man, if it wasn't for the internet, well, there's two ways to look at it. I feel like the internet maybe saved me, and then it also interrupted my music path. Because the secret to being a musician or a comedian or an actor or whatever is never to have a job that you like. Don't ever have a day job that you like. Like, there's a story about Jerry Seinfeld, and I don't know if it's even true, but they said that he continuously worked terrible jobs as he was up and coming in comedy to force him to push himself to comedy, right? He didn't want to manage the restaurant. He wanted to wash the dishes. I'm fine washing the dishes. And I did that. At Subway, the guy wanted me to manage stores, and I said, no. I want to make minimum wage part-time. That way I focus all my energy into this thing. But either way, life is life. And what is what it is what it is. What it is what it is. And if you believe in fate or God or whatever, or just luck, and especially if you look back at life, you kind of see that everything happens for a reason, man. And maybe that thing that you think was a bad thing may have actually saved you from something else. Like maybe you got a DUI on the highway because some person behind you called 911 because you're swerving all over the road, and that pisses you off. But then you look back many, many years later, and you think, thank God that person was there to call the police to get me off the road, or I might have died that day. That's a true story. See what you guys are up to. What's up, Bert? What's up, bud? It's always funny when my friends from real life show up. We had Adam Wilson on here yesterday from Dallas, and he gave us the weather report from Texas. But we're just rambling. It's a Monday morning at 8 o'clock. And I think it's time to go. I have coffee to drink, stocks to watch. I'm addicted to watching stocks. And then later on I'm going to eat, And then later after that, I'm going to take an edible and a little piece of a mushroom stem, and I'm going to start mixing music again. I'm on song number 3 for the new record that's going to be something, it's going to be called something like, I want you to imagine a UFO and a horse ranch. And that's what it's going to sound like. A UFO and a horse ranch. And we'll see when that happens. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. Budwa, I love you. I love all of you guys. This will be up on YouTube in a little while if you want to go check that out. If not, that's fine too. Space Horse. There you go, bud. Have a great day, everyone. And as always, I will see you in the future.